Rockets away!
Nightmare, 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 nightmare!
And it's a corner!
What's up, YouTube? It's your computer engineering gamer back with some fresh new content. And today we're going to be talking about the beloved Holotable in Jedi Survivor ran by Thule, one of the findable NPCs on Kobo. We are going to not only be beating the Holotable, but only using the Fauna class. Using the Fauna class presents its own challenges. Major one being that it has no ranged attacking units. Another one of the challenges is their enemy targeting, specifically on lower level troops and ones with pounce attacks. I'm looking at you, Gorger. However, the class is set up with some pretty decent advantages. The higher level troops have access to high health pools and either a high defense or a high attack. Out of these troops, two of them stand out among the best troops in the group, if not in the entirety of the Holotable troops, the Skriton and the Brawk. The Skriton is a high cost troop of 20 battle points. However, when usable, the Skriton can be the single troop that a win comes down to. This scaly scorpion fiend has the ability to soak up almost the entirety of any melee damage, as well as being immune to blasters. The only real threat to these monsters are energy weapons carried by few troops. So put one of these bad boys on the field and use some other troops to focus the energy enemies, which leads us to our other troop highlight, the Brawk. If you have walked around, you know that if you let one of these things get charging, there's no stopping it, and the only option is to dodge. No matter how high your health pool, they will one-shot Cal, and this carries over to the Holotable. The Brawk has the single highest single-hit output damage, and can be used to target and take out some of the bigger troops at a lower battle point cost of only 5 points. They are glass cannons, so if you're looking for a drawn-out battle, pair them with some of the higher health pool troops. Also, real quick for the battles, I will be referring to the positions following this table scheme, using the front and back rows with right 2 and right 1 indicating the distance from the center, as same for the left. So the trek through the character starts with Turgle. With his round 1, he throws out the weakest 2 melee troops, so it's easy to overwhelm him with 3 Gorgers, lining the front from front left to front right.
Go! And it's off the board! That unit is toast!
Splendid. Will his victorious streak continue?
For round 2, the Electro Staff poses a bigger threat, but not one we can't combat with a bigger one by using a Pseudoband at the front left 1 and a Gorger on the front right 2 to distract a unit.
Commence! Now that's a holo kill! Oh, it never stood a chance! Our young competitor is on a roll! Cal Kestis proves himself superior in the...
Following is our old pal Grease, stepping up to 3 rounds. To handle his 2 Brawk charges, line up cheap Gorgers on the front left and right 1. Place our own Brawk in the center to take out the Stormtrooper, and a Shiverpede for extra coverage, saving 3 BP on the round.
Holo Tactics! And it's off the board! And Cal has to be happy with that!
Fortune smiles on you.
His second round features low melee and blaster troopers, which can all be taken out with a single Brawk charge, so I line them up and I save 1 BP.
Go! That unit is toast! An expert play by Kestis!
Yes, very good.
For the final round to combat his security droid, I placed a larger Pseudoband with the Brawk at its left to take out a trooper and a Gorger for distraction on the right.
Combat! That's a score for Cal! And Cal takes one out!
Brilliant gambit.
Tulok is up next on round 1 with some heavier firepower with commanders and a B2. I place a Shiverpede on the front right 1 to take focus and place a Pseudoband in the back left 1 slot to begin with a charged swipe attack, coming out with 2 BP.
on that! Now that's a holo kill! That unit is toast! Obliterated! Cal will be looking to repeat that performance next round!
Tulok gets smarter the second round, featuring some melee Bedlam Raiders backed by droid fire. I opt for a big health Biomaw and a Brawk to eliminate a Raider, saving 3 BP.
Commence! And it's a headbutt from the Biomaw! And Cal takes one out! Oh, it never stood a chance! And Cal comes out on top! He's advancing!
On the final round, the 2 upgraded Raider troops is backed by a ranged BX droid. I counter with a good ranged jumping Sudaban on the front left 2 and a Brawk front right 2 to hopefully eliminate a Raider. Ignore the point differential, I beat her before and had to restart later because I didn't clip the whole fight and had a third round. I have 2 Gorgers last win just because I had extra points.
Holo tactics! Oh, it never stood a chance! Things are looking good for Cal! That unit is toast! Round and match to Cal!
Anyways, moving on. Marin, our oh so sweet and hot and sexy Night Sister friend, comes at us with an entire DT Rocket version with 2 spiky boys on round 1. Talk about a big start. I overcome this by just placing an almost melee immune Skriton. I save 5 here.
Commence! Oh, so long farewell! And Cal takes one out! That's the round to Cal Kestis!
Next, Marin brings out her own Fauna with a Sudaban and 2 hard shells in the front, backed by a Raider BX droid. These are all once again melee, so I slam down a Skriton and 2 Gorgers. For some reason. Looking back, it makes no sense, but anyway, I saved 7.
Let the battle begin! Obliterated! Now that's a holo kill! And it's off the board! Cal will be looking to repeat that performance next round!
Lastly, she throws down a Skriton, and with 37 points, by God, I'm gonna throw down my own. I place it front left 2, so with the other 17 points, I splurge on a couple Brawks, which managed to do absolutely 0 damage, almost making my day.
Advance! And it's a goner! Now that's a holo kill! A great hit by Cal! Cal Kestis proves himself superior in the...
Our bounty hunter friend Cage, who totally doesn't betray us, and I totally don't have another video beating her shit in, comes out with a full range build featuring blasters and rockets. Well, sir, I have 28 points, and you know what's immune to ranged? A Skriton. However, I for some reason opted against this, probably to make a more interesting video. I'm not really sure. So I placed a Mogu on the front left 2 slot, a hard shell in the middle to soak up fire, and a Brawk in the back right 2 slot for a charge. I saved 4 here, which is less than a Skriton, so I'm really lost as to why I didn't do that.
Holo tactics! That's a score for Cal! Now that's a holo kill! Oh, it never stood a chance! Cal will be looking to repeat that performance next round!
But anyways, next round, there's a shield trooper lined up with a DT droid behind. The DT has an energy weapon which can damage the Skriton through his armor. So what do I do to counter this? I place a solo Skriton. Yeah, I know. I saved 2 here.
Let the battle begin! are looking good for Cal! A well-played round by Cal Kestis! Love to see it!
Final round features 2 Magna Guards and a Sniper Dark Trooper. Since Magna Guards use energy staffs, I use a Garako as the big unit in the front left 1 slot with a Hardshell to its left, and 2 Brocks lining the right side to storm the right Magna Guard.
Advance! And it's off the board! A great hit by Cal! Cal Kestis proves himself superior in the...
If you make it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you, and if you're enjoying the content, then why not subscribe and keep getting more? I'll soon have 2 more videos like this using the Empire and the Bedlams. Once again, thank you and I appreciate the support. Back to the video. Getting through it now, on to Scuba. The little fish boy is our first 4-round enemy. He leads off with 2 shield troopers and a machine trooper in each first column. With 28 points to spend first round, I place a big ol' scaly-tailed Skriton, saving 8 BP this round.
Advance! And it's off the board! And Cal takes one out! That unit is toast! That's a score for Cal!
Splendid. Will his victorious streak continue?
Second round, Scuba launches a big range attack with a BX and 2 commanders on either of his side in the center and a rocket backline support. I throw in a Garako to kick them in the face and a Brawk to charge, with a whopping 11 points saved. Massive for the next round, so I'm coming.
Holo Tactics! An expert play by Kestis! And Cal has to be happy with that!
Fortune smiles on you.
The third round, Scuba comes out with a fat health Biomalt in the back center and 2 Bedlams in front on either side. Nothing a Skriton can't handle, but since they have some energy attacks and the Biomalt spit attack can sometimes damage through his armor, I place a Brawk on the right side to charge a Bedlam Raider and eliminate it. Going into the final round, I save 10 BP.
Combat! Our young competitor is on a roll! Wouldn't want to get hit with that!
Outstanding.
Final round, he puts out a shield trooper in the front, supported by a droideka and a B2 for a good spread of strength with blaster immunity, rockets, and a constant blaster fire. Well, I ignored all of that and just placed a fat-scaled Skriton and a pseudoband. We all know the Gorger didn't matter.
Let the battle begin! That's a score for Cal! An expert play by Kestis! Cal Kestis triumphs!
Second to last, the robot T1N8, just giving us a Garako. But I wanted to save and not risk the 50-50 Garako match and opted for something more consistent that won every time I placed it down. A pseudoband on the front left 1 capturing attention, and a Brawk in the back right 1 slot to get a charge in, weakening it for the pseudoband to slap him up a bit and win. I saved 1 here.
Commence! The foot unleashed! Oh, so long farewell! And it's off the board! That's the round to Cal Kestis!
T1N8 goes on another big Fauna play here and puts out a Biomalt and a Garako. I challenge these 2 tanks with the only bigger tank, a Skriton, allowing me to save 7.
Combat! The Biomalt attacks head first! Amazing kick! That's not pretty! That's a score for Cal! Now that's a holo kill!
Round 3, the robot opts for jumping Sudaban in front of supported Droideka. Well, I'll be damned if I'm not going to place me a Skriton, and a Brawk for good attack measure on a Sudaban, leaving me with 12.
Let the battle begin! Oh, it never stood a chance! That unit is toast! Oh, so long farewell! Obliterated! Cal will be looking to repeat that performance next round!
For the final round, those 12 points saved are very needed as he places the Bedlam Hammer Boy. He is the death of the Skriton with the energy hammer. However, one is needed to handle the melee output by the 2 Brawks charging from the back and the 2 spike balls lining the front, which pose a threat to any of my melee Fauna troops, spelling out catastrophe. So the challenge leads me towards 2 hard shells in the front 1 slots, with the Skriton in the back center. The extra points are placed towards a Biolmaw because we want to soak up as much damage as possible from all sources and whittle them down. It plays out like so.
Commence! Now that's a holo kill! And it's a headbutt from the Biolmaw! That's one hefty heaving stump! And it's a corner!
Brilliant gambit.
Our final objective is here, Thule. First round, she assaults us with Flame Troopers and a Shield Trooper between them, with triple Stormtrooper Commander grenade and blaster support. A very well-rounded start. I managed to overcome this by overwhelming the smaller troops with bigger health and attack power with a Garako in the front left 1 slot to bring attention to it, supported by a leaping attack from a Sudaban in the back right 1 slot. I only managed to save 1 here, sadly, but it's consistent.
Combat! That's a score for Cal! That's not pretty! And it's off the board! Oh, so long farewell! And Cal comes out on top! He's advancing!
Wave 2, she loads herself with bulky Empire droids and 2 machine troopers. I counter this with a Skriton to soak up all the machine fire and melee damage, and place 2 Brawks in the back row second columns to face down the security droids. With this setup, I am able to save an absolutely massive 16 battle points.
Commence! That unit is toast! Things are looking good for Cal! And Cal has to be happy with that! Our young competitor is on a roll! And it's a corner! And Cal takes one out!
Outstanding.
The third wave has a lot to handle, with the hammer in the center with a Droideka behind it. The left and right second columns have melee and ranged BX droids. I have basically infinite points with 66, so I just splurge on a Skriton, a Biolmaw, and a Sudaban, in a triangle formation, leaving me still with 24 BP carried over for the final round.
Advance! An expert play by Kestis! A great hit by Cal! That's a score for Cal! Oh, so long farewell! And Cal comes out on top! He's advancing!
Surely with 54 points, I can beat this low-cost 25-point ATST. If only there was a big unit that could just swarm it.
Combat! Rockets away!
To the victor belong the spoils. You have played perfectly.
Well, that's how I beat Jedi Survivor's Holo Tactics using only the Fauna units. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out my boy Across the Creek. He features videos of us and our friends having a good time playing Rogue Company. Have a good time, and peace.